This video is brought to you by the EA Creator Network. Thank you, EA Creator Network, for the free pack codes. Hello everyone, Jason Lady here. Welcome back to another Sims for speed build. I decided to put away the magical townhouses for a moment. We'll get back to them, don't worry. We will have them out and finished before or around October 3rd. I don't want to say before October 3rd because, I've been kind of flaky lately and not keeping up with my schedule very well. Okay, maybe I need to cut myself a little bit of slack. It's been kind of chaotic lately. I'm not totally a flake, but anyways, I will have them out very, very soon. Hopefully, before we get more information about the Life and Death expansion pack. But I needed to do something different, and this house is about to take a turn in just a minute here. What you're seeing now is my original idea of a dark and witchy cottage in the forest, but I changed my mind. And you can see from the thumbnail and the title just exactly how I changed my mind. Now, why I changed my mind, that's another story. Most of my recent builds have been kind of dark and moody builds, and I kind of am, to be honest with you, tired of it. I want to do something fun and colorful and bright and cheery, even though we're in spooky season and dark, bold, magical colors are in right now. We're close to spooky season, but you know what I mean. That sort of aesthetic is very in right now, and I'm feeling it. Don't get me wrong, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it big time. But every once in a while, I just need something cute and fluffy and airy and princessy, prince and storybook. And so I changed my mind and I turned it pink and white because that's just what felt better with this little cottage than the dark and moody witchy cottage. So now it's a storybook cottage instead, and honestly I'm glad I changed my mind because it turns out so adorable in the end. Ooh, before I forget, two very important things going on right now. One, I'm going to get a new microphone, or rather, I have a new microphone. I've had it since last Christmas. Don't ask. I'm finally getting the proper cord for it because right now it's the wrong kind of cord for my computer. It's a long story. I'm an idiot. We already knew that. But I'm getting a new cord for it finally after all this time to get it hooked up to my computer. And it will probably, anything's got to sound better than this mic at this point because I've dropped this mic so much now. And I know most people probably can't hear it. You either turn the volume down or you turn it off or whatever. I know I do that to a lot of speed builds sometimes too. But when you hear it at the regular volume, like on a TV or on a computer speaker or something, and honestly, it's easier to hear it during my speed builds than my other videos, but there's a hiss. There's a hiss every time I stop talking, even just for a second. You can hear that hiss as it kind of fades out, if that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure that's because I've dropped the mic so many times. I've knocked it off of tables and stands and all that other stuff. So I'm gonna hook up the new mic finally, and it's a better mic. It's a better brand and a higher quality mic. So I'm gonna hook that up. But also, and far more important than that, I have a giveaway going on my community tab right now. We are saying goodbye to summer and hello to fall with a giveaway of the Little Campers kit and the Book Nook kit. I will be honest with you, I don't love kits. I don't think that they are terribly priced. Like in the past, some of the store and sort of olden day DLC, because that's not what we called it back then, when the previous games got downloadable content, it was just like little bits and pieces of extra online store content, and not everybody had access to it because not everybody was hooked up to the internet. You could say it was the ancestor of DLC. How about that? So anyways, that stuff was incredibly expensive. It was like one object or maybe two or three objects for $1. That was way more expensive than these $5 kits because you get a lot more with some of these kits than you got in those past store downloads for how much they costed. Do you know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of Dreamlight Valley. You can get one item for $5 in Dreamlight Valley. Yeah, that's how it used to be with The Sims too. Now you get an entire kit. So it comes with several objects. Some come with more objects, some come with higher quality objects, yes, but you do generally get more objects. And the bigger thing is these are accessible to people that can't, for whatever reason, or don't want to, for whatever reason, download custom content. And even custom content, the good stuff can and should cost you. So, like, you know, at least this opens up extra content for people on consoles and that can't download custom content, right? So, I think in a way, kits are kind of an important thing to have. So, don't forget to check those giveaways out on my community tab here on my YouTube channel and share those so that everybody has a chance to sign up for them. My last giveaway did so well because people were sharing it massively, and I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. So many people got a chance to win the artist and the storybook nursery kits. It was amazing how many more people were able to sign up just from everyone sharing that giveaway. So if you guys could do that again, that would be fabulous. I want as many people to be able to have a chance to win these two kits. These two, what are they called again? Little Camper Kit and the Book Nook Kit. Those are two of my all-time favorite kits. Like ever. I love the everyday clutter stuff, and I even like the bathroom clutter kit as well, just because it gives us more. Even though the bathroom clutter stuff, some of it is not as high quality, I still love those two kits. Like, those are my second favorite kits for sure. And that right in that like same category of second favorite kits are like the greenhouse kit and the I forget what it's called, but the other plant kit. Those are also two of my favorite kits as well. But my like all-time favorite kits are the Little Camper Kit and the Book Nook Kit. I guess I would have to say that the one with the plant, Blooming Rooms, that's what it was called. So Blooming Rooms and Book Nook kits are like the ultimate favorite, right? I use those in so many builds. If you go back through my videos, I don't even realize I'm using those, but I use them in so many of my builds. But I also really, really love the Little Campers kit. Even though I don't use it as much, I did previously use it a lot more. I haven't been building as many builds aimed at kids recently, so maybe that's why I haven't been using it as much. But like, okay, so those are my top 3, like, what is it, A tier or whatever, kits. Those are the 3 that I have to have, cannot live without. And then right along with that, but slightly below, are the 2 clutter kits. Can't live without them, have to have them. They are my absolute favorite. The rest, I could take them or leave them. They're nice to have because they add extra stuff. I like the idea of the Industrial Loft kit. I haven't purchased it yet, and I think I might soon. I like the idea of it. I just feel like there isn't as much there as what I would like for a kit. But again, some of the kits are like that. There's fewer items in them than other kits. So, I mean, I guess I shouldn't base it solely on that. There are a few nice things from it, though, but I don't think I could ever call it one of my favorite ultimate must-have kits. I don't know, though. Maybe I'll buy it next month and I'll do a little building with it and we'll see if I change my mind, because that sort of building aesthetic is kind of my vibe a little bit. I do like Industrial Loft kind of aesthetic, so maybe I'll change my mind. But right now, at this moment, we're saying goodbye to summer and hello to fall, and so I'm just really feeling these 2 kits, the Little Campers and the Book Nook kit. So I wanted to share that love with everyone else as well. Now, this giveaway for the Little Campers kit and the Book Nook kit are not sponsored by the EA Creator Network. They are not part of my partnership with the EA Creator Network in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to share these with you guys so that more people, especially people who can't or don't want to download custom content for whatever reason, can have access to more items in their game. And so I just wanted to share these with you and celebrate the end of summer, the beginning of fall. I hope you're enjoying this little storybook cottage. I think that initially I thought maybe I would take more inspiration from the new Storybook Nursery, but I really didn't, honestly. In fact, I use very little of it in this build. There are so many things, though, now that if you have all of the packs that work together from various different packs and the base game, that they work together to create a Storybook Cottage even without that Storybook Nursery kit. So the Storybook Nursery kit just adds that little extra touch of like magic to it. So I did use a few things from it, but ultimately I ended up mostly honestly using cottage living and some pets stuff here and there, and a lot of base game stuff, honestly. But I think it turned out really cute. Also, yes, every room is a different color scheme. I did that on purpose. I wanted it that way. I think it's adorable, and I think it just adds to that storybook vibe even more. So, had to have it, had to do it. My house, my real life house, used to be that way. I used to have a different color scheme for every room. It does not look as bad as you would think it does. It just makes for a slightly less cohesive space. in real life anyways. In the Sims build, I actually think it works really well together. I don't know if that's because I stayed with all pastels or what, but I think it actually works well doing a different color in each room. We are just about to the end of the speed build part, and then we will do a first person walkthrough again. I haven't done one of those in a while. I will warn you, there have been a lot of improvements to the game so that this part is much, much smoother. But tab mode, so kind of going into first person, is not as smooth. It's still not as optimized as the regular view of the game, so it is still kind of jittery and kind of jerks around a little bit. It's not very smooth is what I'm trying to say. So the first person walkthrough is not as nice looking as watching the speed build part, and because of that, I may not do first person walkthroughs again. I may kind of do the top down view still, in the future, because they're less stuttery and just bad looking. Or maybe I'll do some kind of hybrid of the both. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Did that garden not turn out cute? I think that garden turned out adorable. It's one of my better attempts at landscaping, that's for sure. It actually kind of turned out cute. I'm kind of proud of it. I did not overly garden. You would think Storybook, Cottage in the woods, you would have more garden. But the point was to not have too much garden, and it's just supposed to be a cottage out in the forest. So, you wouldn't fill up a whole lot of areas with gardens unless you had an actual garden that you were growing stuff in. And hey, if you want to add that to this build, there's plenty of room in the front to have a garden for growing, maybe grapes or something like that, and flowers for sure. That could be cute too, to have a little garden in the front. I just was going more for, this is a little foresty area, maybe a little cleared out patch, partially cleared out patch of a foresty area. And this is the little cottage that was placed in it, if that makes sense. So that was kind of the feeling I was going for. I tried to do a tree-lined walk, but it didn't look and work out the way I wanted it to, so I end up scrapping that in a second. And we just go with trees around the lot just to blend it in with the rest of the area, and there you have it. We have a cute little whimsical Storybook Cottage. Let's get into the walkthrough now. So here we are looking at the front yard, that gorgeous little garden there. We got a little gnome. You enter into a little miniature entryway and then right into the dining room. And this room is blue and yellow, obviously. This room is pink and peach. And this is the family or living room. There's some toddler and infant stuff there. This room is obviously green, and it's the kitchen. And yeah, it's a kitchen. I did put fireplaces everywhere. We've got a yellow bathroom. I did put fireplaces everywhere because the idea is to use off the grid and stuff like that. Blue and green, I guess, mostly blue, but the walls take on a little hint of green in this lighting for the primary bedroom, and then of course full-on pink for the nursery, which we'll get to in a second. But the idea is this is a simple living off the grid lot, so I put fireplaces everywhere to keep warm in the winter time. There is the very pink kids room nursery. And yeah, that's the cute, fluffy, pink pastel storybook magical cottage. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit different than what I've been doing lately, and I think it turned out so adorable. I hope you agree. If you do, leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!